everybody. So happy to be here. I just wanted to say one small thing. When I was a little girl, I wasn't allowed to take things from strangers, as all children aren't. But one day, some politician came into our school. I was only about this high, and he was giving little medals to everyone. They were probably political with ribbons, and I thought they were wonderful, but I wouldn't take one because he was a stranger. And when I went home, all my friends had these medals and ribbons, and I went home and I cried, and then I sat there like Scarlett O'Hara and said, when I grow up, I'm going to get my own medals. And of course, medals aren't what we aspire to. We aspire to do good work. But I have to say, receiving them is really nice. Today is November 4th, and I wanted to speak for a moment about the symmetry, or as Blake would say, the fearful symmetry of this date. Today is Robert Mapplethorpe's birthday. Many of you have copies of Just Kids, and it is indeed Robert's birthday. It also marks the passing day of my beautiful husband, Fred Sonic Smith. So November 4th has a very bittersweet meaning to me. But just to prove that life goes on in the most wondrous way, my grandson, Frederick, was also born today. So it is his 3rd birthday. And so please give Frederick a good thought. I was thinking, only a few days ago, I was in Reading Jail, and I had the task of reading the first edition of De Profundis. I learned a great deal in the reading of this, and one of the things that struck me was how Oscar Wilde spoke of these two poles in his life. He had spent almost 2 years in a terrible prison, mostly in solitude, and he spoke in De Profundis of two of the most important things in his life. One was when his father took him to university, and the second was being imprisoned by the system. The first filled with hope, possibility, arrogance, all things needed by a young artist. But the second, where he became humiliated, lost everything, his good name, his fortune, his place in society, his belovedness by the people. He lost everything, but he also gained something he said he hadn't had: humility, compassion, and sorrow, and understanding the meaning of sorrow. All of these things enrich the artist. I look out and there seems to be many young people here. Today, people are graduating. It's a beautiful time in life because, yes, we go out in the world with so much hope, feeling that you're going to change the world, you're going to do great work. And of course, you can do all of these things, but you are also going to face sacrifice, derision, being misunderstood, people failing to recognize your work. Perhaps one will go hungry. You'll see all of the difficulties in life. But all of these things, in a certain way, are good things. There is no great art without hard work, without sacrifice, and without comprehending the entire human condition. And these are the two things that I think of first in the meaning of this day personally for me, being one of joy. Robert was born today, My dear husband died this day, but I learned through Robert the beauty of art, confidence, hope. Through my husband, I learned much about the world, politics, compassion. We had children, and he taught me the most difficult sorrow, because I have to proceed in life without him. But these are all important things to enrich ourselves as human beings and to inform and enrich our work. And I didn't know if I was supposed to give a speech. I didn't write one because I wouldn't pay attention to it anyway. So I would be sure to sort of drift off and start telling jokes or something. But I am really happy and proud to be here. And I'm very touched that I was singled out. There are so many people who are so articulate and have given us such great work in our culture. And so thank you for choosing me. And what do I say now? But I did want to recite something. I think it was 1986, I was in the kitchen and doing a very Irish thing. I was peeling potatoes. And I was peeling potatoes and making dinner for the family. And Fred came in and he said, "Tricia, people have the power. Write it." And I was like, aye, aye, Captain. I was really pissed off. Oh yeah, I'm here, slicing potatoes. And then I thought, yes, but I'm doing something that all people, it's a very common denominator thing. And I started thinking, who are the people? When he says people of the power, he wasn't talking about as artists and poets and musicians. They, of course, are, they're almost like our saints. They inspire us, they incite us, they give a sense of love and leadership and articulate the things around us that sometimes we don't have words for. But it's the people who make change. It's the people who will make change in our environment, in our climate, who will reach out and help our refugees. It's the people who vote. It's the people who make the greatest change in the world. And so I thought of all these things when I did as Fred, the king of our household, bid, and I wrote these words. And I thought I would recite them. It's very poignant to recite them now since my great friend Bono is here, and he gave me room on his stage, or their stage, the U2 stage, to sing it with them to thousands of people, which would have made Fred so happy, because it was Fred's dream that everyone hear this song and hopefully be inspired by it. Fred didn't live long enough to see that happen, but it has happened. I've heard it sound all over the world. And now I'm going to recite the words here in Dublin. And again, I ask you, give them all a good thought. Give Robert a good thought. Give Fred a good thought. Give little Frederick a good thought. And in return, I'll give all of you a good thought. I was dreaming in my dreaming of an aspect bright and fair, and my sleeping, it was broken, but my dream, it lingered near, in the form of shining valleys where the pure air rarefied, and my senses newly opened when I awakened to the cry that the people have the power to redeem the work of fools. Upon the meek the graces shower. It's decreed, the people rule. And vengeful aspects became suspect and bending low as if to hear. And the armies ceased advancing because the people had their ear, and the shepherds and the soldiers lay beneath the stars, exchanging visions, laying arms to waste in the dust, for the people had the power. The people had the power. And where there were deserts, I saw fountains, and like cream the waters rise, and we strolled there together, with none to laugh nor criticize, and the leper and the lamb lay together, truly bound. I was hoping in my hoping to recall what I had found. I was dreaming in my dreaming, God knows a purer view. But as I surrender to my sleeping, I commit my dream to you, that the people have the power to redeem the work of fools. Upon the meek the graces shower. It's decreed, the people rule. And I believe everything we dream can come to pass through our union. We can turn the world around. We can turn the earth's revolution, for the people have the power. The people have the power. As you see, peeling potatoes can be very inspirational. So before leaving, once again, I want to thank everyone for bringing me. I know that the debating teams and the debaters are a great part of this, or the nucleus, and I am just pinning great faith that they will be much better debaters than the debaters we have seen in the American election. The debate is so important, and the most beautiful thing about a debater is that he knows not only his point of view, but also the point of view of his enemy. We must all in debate know both points of view so that we can look at the other point of view compassionately or argue it down. So when you see American debates, turn them off and create something better. And well, I shouldn't really turn them off. You should look and learn. But I still have great hopes that something positive will come out of all of this. But thank you again. Want to do one little song, a little benediction for you all. I just sang it in Reading Jail for Oscar, and I know Oscar has passed through these halls, as many of our other great poets and writers, so many great people, and yourselves. So, little benediction song for you all. I was a wing in heaven. couldn't make a move, couldn't go nowhere, no future at all. Yet I was free. I didn't know what a name. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And if there's one thing could do for you, be a wing in heaven blue. I was a vision in another eye, and I saw nothing, no future at all. Yet I was free. I didn't know what a name. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And if there's one thing could do for you, you'd be a wing in heaven blue. And if there's one thing could do for you, you'd be a wing in heaven blue. And if there's one thing could do for you, you'd be a wing in heaven blue. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.